Everyone knows that the economic activity from shale oil and gas drilling is significant, so it should be no surprise that banning drilling in Denton, Texas would have negative economic consequences. Economist Ray Perryman, one of the most respected economists in Texas, has estimated the economic impact of banning drilling in Denton, and it's very bad news. According to Dr. Perryman, the city of Denton would lose $251.4 million in lost economic output, or GDP, over 10 years. Part of that loss is the loss of 2,077 person years of employment over that same 10-year period. And if drilling is banned in Denton, the state of Texas, including Denton County, would lose $354 million in economic output, including 2,718 person years of employment over that same period. Now, our economy in North Texas is healthy today, but it's healthy largely because of the shale oil and gas revolution. It makes no sense for Denton to turn its back on all of these jobs because of unfounded fears and anger over the past actions of the City Council and an insensitive driller. Now, those who favor the ban actually claim that banning drilling will result in more rather than less economic activity. This argument makes very little sense, and so I was dismissive of it at first. But after looking into the argument, I was pretty astounded at what I found. What they argue is that Denton should put high-density housing on these rural tracts of land instead of allowing them to be drilled for oil and gas. Now, wait just a minute. I thought these community activists are usually against urban sprawl. Don't they usually bemoan the conversion of rural tracts of land into suburban sprawl? And the answer is yes, they usually do. But their entire economic argument against drilling is based on converting tracts of rural land into high-density housing. They've become champions of urban sprawl, something they usually oppose. But this brings up yet another argument in favor of drilling. Here in North Texas, we like the rural feel of our area. We like seeing open land with cattle and horses on it. For many of us, that's why we moved here in the first place. In the past, families had little choice but to sell these tracts of land to developers in order to pay the estate taxes or the property taxes on that land. The result was more and more suburban sprawl in formerly rural areas. But now, because of shale oil and gas, families are able to keep land in the family for generations. They're able to keep animals on the land, and they're even able to keep ranching if they like, just by allowing drilling on their land. They have found drilling to be completely compatible with their rural lifestyle, and it lets them keep their land in the family. And that's a good thing. It's good for families, and it's good for Denton. Think about that when you vote on November 4th.